This next topic is roots and coefficients. And we have to solve the equation x cubed minus 3x squared minus 4x plus 12 equals 0, given that the sum of two of its roots is 0. We know there's going to be three roots, because it's the power of degree 3, poly. So we know that alpha plus beta plus gamma are the three roots. Right? Now we know that the sum of two of these is 0. So let's take these ones. We'll say it doesn't matter which one you pick, beta plus gamma equals 0. Now, because we're letting beta plus gamma equals 0, we can go back to the sum of the roots, and if you remember that the sum of these roots is equal to, this is your A, this is your B, this is your C, this is your D. The sum of the roots is minus B on A. So it's minus -3 on 1, or just 3. So it'll be just 3. But we're given that these two, the sum of these two roots is 0. So this is equal to 0. So we know that alpha is equal to 3. That's quite easy to do, isn't it? So now we have to go ahead and do the long division. So the fact if alpha is 3, then x minus 3 is a factor. So we'll do it over here. X minus 3 into x cubed minus 3x squared minus 4x plus 12. So we need an x cubed, so it's been x squared here. X squared times x is x cubed. And that gives me minus 3x squared. Oh, it all goes out. So this becomes minus 4x plus 12, bring it down. And here this will be a minus 4 here to get the minus 4x. And minus 4 times 3 is plus 12. All goes up nicely. So here we have our polynomial is equal to x minus 3 times x squared minus 4, which is x plus 2 times x minus 2. So the roots are x equals 3, x equals plus or minus 2. Done. Right, we have to solve the polynomial 2x to the fourth minus 5x cubed plus 5x minus 2 equals 0. And given that the product of the two of its roots is equal to 1. Now it's a polynomial of degree 4, so we'll have 4 roots. We'll let the roots be alpha, beta, gamma, and delta. So let's take these pair and say gamma, delta, the product of those two is equal to 1. Now if we look at the product of roots taken 4 at a time, alpha, beta, gamma, delta, right, we can see from here, now this will be a minus, then a plus, because there's an x squared term in there, then a minus and a plus. That makes this equal to minus 2. So it's minus 2 over 2, which is -1. But we know that gamma delta is 1, so this means that alpha beta must be -1. Right, now we'll take the roots 3 at a time. Let's be careful with this. It's alpha, beta, gamma, plus alpha, beta, delta, plus alpha, gamma, delta, plus beta, gamma, delta. They're taking 3 at a time, and that's equal to 3 at a time. Now it's minus, plus, minus 5 over 2. You've got to be very careful with these signs. It's minus 5 over 2. All right, now let's put some of these things in. So we'll see here that gamma delta equals 1. So putting the gamma deltas in, we're going to get over here. Let's start from this end. So alpha beta equals -1, so that's going to be minus gamma. This would be minus delta. This will just be now putting these guys in, it'll be plus alpha plus beta equals minus 5 over 2. Right, now, we also know that the sum of the roots, alpha plus beta plus gamma plus delta, these guys from here is equal to, this would be minus that, so it's 5 over 2. Equals 5 over 2. Now taking this one over here, I'm going to say, take it across the other side, I'm going to alpha plus beta is equal to take these dudes across. Gamma plus delta minus 5 over 2. Just keep watching that come across. Yep, that's fine, isn't it? Now I can substitute that in here, and I get, gamma plus delta minus 5 on 2 plus gamma plus delta equals 5 on 2. So that means that 2 gamma plus 2 delta must be equal to, that becomes 5 over 2 becomes 5. And we've got that little equation. But don't forget, we've also got back here that gamma delta equals 1. So we've got gamma delta equals 1. So now we're in a position to solve this. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to replace, what will I do here? I'll let delta equal, doesn't matter which one you take, equals that, and I'll replace it in here. So now I'm going to get 2 gamma plus 2 on gamma is equal to 5 here. Okay, so now multiplying it through by gamma, we get 2 gamma squared plus 2 equals 5 gamma, and therefore we get 2 gamma squared minus 5 gamma plus 2 equals 0. So that's going to give me 2 gamma. This is going to be gamma, like a Y. Gamma, and it's going to be here. We'll need a 2 there, that means 1 there, minus equals 0. Therefore, gamma equals a half, or gamma equals 2. We have 2 of the roots. Now what you could do, if you like, you could have expand that out and divide, but I think it's probably easier to go back into looking at the other ones. Well, I'll put that, probably come over here somewhere. Okay, now doing it the other way, we know that gamma plus delta must be equal to alpha plus beta plus 5 over 2 equals alpha plus beta plus 5 over 2. So now we can go into this one here, right? And we can write that as alpha plus beta plus alpha plus beta plus 5 over 2 equals 5 over 2. So we have 2 alpha plus 2 beta is equal to 0. So that alpha equals minus beta. All right, now we also know that alpha beta here is -1. So alpha beta equals -1. I'm going to replace, doesn't matter which one you replace, I'll replace the alpha with a minus beta. So minus beta squared equals -1. So beta equals 1. But beta squared equals 1. So beta equals plus or minus 1, which means, of course, that the roots are 1, minus 1. These guys over here are half and 2. That's done.